All right, starting off first here with a 1969, what was supposed to be a 1969 Lincoln Cent. Now this coin has been double struck onto a Canadian 10-cent planchet. So of course you'll see the design double struck there, and of course you'll see the color is not, a copper color. It's struck onto the Canadian 10-cent planchet, graded and authenticated by NGC at a mint state 62. This coin ended up selling at auction for over $2,700. Can't beat that. Now here is a 1970 S mint mark out of the Jack Lee collection. Now this is the large date. So here's an example of the 1970 large date versus small date. If you guys would like to pause the screen to see the difference of that, it's pretty visible. We have a whole video on the 1970 Lincoln Cent. So just type in 1970 penny couch collectibles here on YouTube and you'll find that video. Now this coin is graded by PCGS at a mint state 64 red. For a lot of you guys that watch my videos, you know that the coin grading scale goes up to 70. 70 is the best grade or the best condition that you can get. This coin has a decent grade, nothing really special for a 1970 Lincoln Cent. But it has a doubled die obverse. So what you want to look for is doubling on the lettering of the coin, on the word liberty, on the phrase "In God We Trust." Always be on the lookout for that on your 1970 Lincoln Cents. Now because of the grade or the condition and because of the doubling, of course, this coin ended up selling for over $10,000 at auction. Now let's move on here to a 1971. We're going to get even more modern as we go and go into the 1990s. This is a 1971 Lincoln Cent that has a nice grade by PCGS, a mint state 66 red grade, and the coin has that doubling, again, a double die obverse. We want to look for that on the lettering of the coin on your 1970 and 1971 Lincoln Cents. So always be on the lookout for that. In this condition, this penny ended up selling for over $10,000 as well at auction. Now here's a 1983 Lincoln Cent that is graded at a mint state 68 red. So super high grade here. Very, very nice grade. 2 grades off from a perfect 70. Now this coin has a doubled die reverse. So you really want to look for doubling on all the lettering on the reverse of the coin. Very, very visible doubling here. This coin in this condition ended up selling at auction for $6,900. Nearly a $7,000 penny there. Now here is a 1987 Lincoln Cent. Now this coin here has a repunched mint mark. The coin is graded by PCGS at a mint state 67 red. So what we want to look for is the D mint mark. So here's one example of a repunched mint mark on the 1987 Lincoln Cent. Here's another example of that by PCGS. This coin at a 67 red ended up selling for $1,800 at auction. So even these more modern coins, you can put underneath your coin microscopes and look for those repunched mint marks as well. So 1987 there. Now here's a 1989 D mint mark. Now this is, very similar to the famous 1983 where it was struck onto a copper planchet. So in 1982, that was the transitional year. They went from producing, copper pennies into more zinc. So they went from 3.1 grams to 2.5 grams. So this coin is supposed to be zinc. It's supposed to weigh 2.5 grams. However, it was struck on a 3.1 gram copper planchet that was made for Lincoln Cents prior to 1983. So this coin ended up selling at auction for $7,500 because of the mint error, and of course because of the condition, graded at a mint state 65 red by PCGS. Now here's a 1992 D mint mark. Now this is graded by PCGS at a mint state 65 red. The coin sold for over $8,000 at auction because it has that close AM. So on your 1992, no mint mark and D mint mark, you want to look for the A and the M nearly touching there. That is the close AM. Here's an example of a close AM versus wide AM. So make sure you guys always look for that on the 1992 Lincoln Cents. Over $8,000 there. Now this is the same type of coin. It's not the same exact coin, but it's the same date, same mint mark, and it also has the close AM. The only difference between this coin and the last coin is the condition or the grade. This is graded at an AU58 brown by NGC. The other coin was graded at a Mint State 65 red by PCGS. This coin ended up selling still for over $1,000. Again, you'll see the difference in prices there because of the condition. You know, basically a $7,000 difference there in values because of the grade of the coin. Now here is a 1995 Lincoln Cent graded at a Mint State 69 red, nearly a perfect grade here, and this coin has doubling as well. It's got that double die obverse, so look for that there on the front of the coin, the obverse of the coin on the lettering. Very visible on the 1995 as well, but you definitely will need a microscope to see it. So feel free to get one on couchcollectibles.com or Coin Loop. Those are available as well. This coin sold for over $3,800 at auction because of the mint error and because of its grade. Now here's a 1997 Lincoln Cent that sold for over $1,000, and that's because it has a double die obverse as well. It has that doubled ear. So you want to look for that there on the 1997, the doubled ear Lincoln Cent. The coin is graded at a Mint State 67 red, so it's in very good condition as well, and that's why the coin sold for over $1,000. You can also look for the doubled ear on other dates as well. Most known as the 1984 Lincoln Cent with the doubled ear, but you can look for that on other years as well. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.